Poor sales and falling market share at Best Buy raise concerns about the electronic retailer's future, and investors betting on General Electric's future eagerly await GE's investors meeting today. Joining us is Rob Cox, U.S. editor of Reuters Breaking Views. Well, Rob, Best Buy estimates that it lost more than 1% of market share in the latest quarter. Are discounters like Walmart and Amazon.com pushing Best Buy to the wayside in the same way Best Buy did with Circuit City?
Yeah, I mean, it's really they're getting Walmarted, if you will. I mean, actually 2 years ago, Walmart really went after Circuit City's customer base. Circuit City was a bit of a lower customer base, partly because they didn't have quite the same kind of level of service. They're essentially doing the same thing to Best Buy. Now, Best Buy responds that it believes it has better customer service, but I mean, what you're seeing is that customers are going for the big retailers like a Walmart, which is aggressively marketed electronics. At the same time, I actually think the higher end people are going to the online side of things. So if you look at it, actually Amazon has had incredible growth. A lot of the electronic online retailers are doing incredibly well. Best Buy's online business is doing very poorly. It's actually below overall sales. So you have a problem here with Best Buy. It could be a sort of what they call a secular one, in the sense that essentially big guys, electronic discounters like Walmart and online super sort of focused guys pick off their customers.
And perhaps at a time of a recession, then people are, or a recovery, I guess, people are still more concerned about prices than they are about services, which Best Buy really was pushing with its Geek Squad.
And they're not so concerned about perhaps brand names, which is something you'll see at Walmart. You'll see sort of lower priced products, partly only because Walmart can actually offer them a lot lower price because it expects people to buy other stuff while they're in the store, and because it has incredible purchasing power, but also because it's actually doing some no-name manufacturers.
So how should Best Buy respond? Lower prices on no-name manufacturers?
I think it's really tough. I mean, you could argue one way is to focus on customer service. They have the Geek Squad, which helps you, put your new stereo system into your house, that kind of thing. But I mean, I'll give you an example. I was at Best Buy yesterday, and I asked a guy about a speaker system. He had no idea he had no idea how to even show it to me and to display it. So if you think about that, I'm just one anecdote, and it happened to come the night before they came out with these bad numbers, but it suggests that perhaps their edge actually has been lost.
Which Best Buy was supposed to be about on services.
Yeah.
Now, investors are eagerly anticipating General Electric's conference call this afternoon. The stock is up 10% in the last 3 months. It also announced it is hiking its dividend last week. So are you expecting to hear a positive tone out of this?
Well, yes, we're expecting to hear a positive tone. Jeff Immelt, the CEO and chairman, will certainly paint a very rosy picture. I mean, what we tended to focus on here is there's still a looming problem with the balance sheet of GE Capital. This is essentially a bank that is not funded by deposits. It's funded by wholesale markets. A lot of it short term, although they have built up lots of cash. That is, essentially hasn't marked its book to market. It's been less aggressive than some others in reducing the balance sheet over the past couple of years. So, for example, if you look at Citigroup, which hived off a lot of that same sort of business, non-deposit funded businesses into Citi Holdings, they've actually cut that balance sheet by something like 44% over the last 2 years. If you look at GE Capital, it's been by quite a bit less. Now, GE Capital is also saying it wants to keep some of this business, and that's fair. But I think they've been a little bit less aggressive, and it raises questions about, if there is actually another dip here, we may have more troubles at GE Capital. So it'll be interesting to see him address that.
And that used to be the biggest source of the company's profits, too. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Rob. Our thanks to Rob Cox of Breaking Views. Now, for more analysis, type BRV into your Reuters 3000 Extra or your Reuters Trader North America desktop. I'm Fred Katayama. This is Reuters.